play action. Here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
You look at this Packers defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
To throw, Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
To the air, Williams. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Vegas!
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And this is caught. He hits more. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What is up? Dad!
Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown!
Rome Odunze.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Flexing his muscle at the 30.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
What is it on?
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. From the 31, here's second and 6. Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Luther Burden from 13 yards out. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
No.
And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a first and 10. Love now. To swing that out wide to Jacobs. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8. Now Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's third and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left. But just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To throw, it's Williams. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ready. Red 38. Set.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready. Ready.
Love from the gun. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready up. Here we go. Here we go. Black 40.
Love looking to throw it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Throwing. Love. That's taken in by Golden. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now a 2nd and 10.
What is going on?
Back to throw.
Williams. They'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Able to slither by. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, 41 yards.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's taken in by Kraft.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw now, here's Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Williams throwing to start the drive.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
remain. Charles and I return after the break.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolute start for finding somewhere to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking a little quick throw. That's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play that looked like it was in trouble.
Ready, set,
Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 42 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tag on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 20. Yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Brown now from the gun on 3rd down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. In motion comes the tight end left. They go with Jacobs.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good. First down.
And now they'll shift things around.
37-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And they will score. Pick six for a Bears touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes that kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Packers first down. A gain of 14.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he's got this down to the 35.
17 more yards. Packers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action here on first down.
Now he'll tuck this and run. That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Packers first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Packers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 8.
They'll look to throw again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Packers 14. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To the air, Williams. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll try and do this himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
1st down, Green Bay.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Operating from the gun, Brown. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains. The margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that...
And this is picked up by the Bears. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they bring this one back. On final return for a Bears touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Back now at Soldier Field. Or the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10. Their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Here we go. Go.
Operating from the gun. Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, 58 yards. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Packers 21. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
7-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready, set.
Love now. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Vegas!
Play action. Now Williams. He's got this complete to Burton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. Now a run here off the RP. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colston Loveland from 6 yards away. And the Bears are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you say, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Love. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Ready?
Love from the gun. He's got this to Williams, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime.
And the ball is knocked out. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Red, 38. Cut.
Working out of the gun. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's third and a few inches. Love looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, ready. Cut.
Love going to give it up on a touch pass. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down.
Down. Right, white, 52 blue. Ready, ready.
Love, they go play action now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
14 more yards. That's another Packers first down.
Right.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
22-yard line.
Red, yellow.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. After the sack, here's second and 11.
Green back. Back. Black 40. Hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On the double.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Come on, set. 60 red. Set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Black, 95. Ready?
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
At the 7-yard line.
Set, ready. Blue, 32. Set.
To throw now. Here's Love. And he's got it. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Ready. 10 black. Close. 10. Set cut.
Play fake. Here's Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Red. Cycle. Let's go.
Packers will set up
Ready.
for the 2.
Love. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
That's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians, as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out.